Hi, everybody. Today is Thursday, August 7th, 2025, 4:33 p.m. I now call this meeting of the Madison College Student Senate General Assembly to order. Thank you. And at this time, I would like to say welcome to our General Assembly meeting of the Madison College Student Senate. This is a public meeting and will be recorded for transparency and direct conversations. I'm going to cover a few basic items before beginning. If you lose connection at any point during the meeting, you can reconnect by clicking the link or calling the number in your original email. To the senators and other members online, please activate your video and keep it on for the duration of the meeting. If it's possible, use the raise hand feature if you'd like to be recognized to speak. Ask questions or request a roll call vote as chair. As the call on committee members, the order in which hands are raised, lower your hands if you have the cue. At this time, can I get a roll call?
Yeah. President Jose Villarreal.
Present.
Thank you. Vice President Administration and Finance Quinn Matson, present. Vice President Legislative Affairs Bradley Burt.
Here.
Thank you. Vice President Public Relations Ari Nichols.
Present.
Thank you. Advisor Kali Okoto.
Present.
Moving down to our general senators, Senator Sanjay Jagadish.
Present.
Senator Ashley Larson.
Present.
Thank you. Senator Annette Crowder.
Present.
Senator Nandine Batuga.
Present.
Thank you. Senator Ayman Sharafuddin.
Present.
Thank you. Senator Bethany Bauer.
Present.
Thank you, Bethany. Senator Evan Sullivan Richfield.
Present.
Hi, Evan. Thank you. Senator Angel Avila.
Don't see him online.
You can go with absent at this time.
Thank you. Senator Corey Sertzel.
Present.
And Senator Sierra Brunner.
Actually, have not heard anything. Is she on?
No. Moving to our regional and metro campuses, Portage, Senator John McCray.
He's he put something in the
Present.
chat at the beginning.
Hey, there he came through.
Present.
Okay, John is very present. We have Reedsburg Senator Furkan Sundar. Thank you. Watertown Senator is vacant. Fort Atkinson is vacant. Goodman South Senator Joaquin Barriba. Joaquin online?
Absent.
Absent, thank you. We have met quorum.
Okay, we have quorum. 4:36, we have met quorum. All right, so now I'm going to bring up the approval of the previous meeting minutes.
Looks like I got it for you.
As you see, the approval meeting minutes was Thursday, July 24th. We had Sean Green and Ellie Rome from Director and Associate Program Advisor Student Life come speak. I think it was well planned out. How did everything go? Well, you guys had a good conversation with everything with it?
Went good. You were unfortunately absent.
Yes, unfortunately I was in France. Okay, so then overall, from what I read, everything seemed you guys covered a lot. The activity board, you have a report on that?
Yeah, I think maybe the only other notable things from that meeting were that we talked about all the special positions that were going on. We talked about VD team development, which comes to an end today. And it was our last meeting to talk about in Senate committee positions before they were decided, and they have been decided now.
All right, then there was some reports in college assembly and shared governance. I saw that Senator Crowder mentioned that report in there. Was there one from Senator Sundar did the shared Governance and remove IT program transfer students doing it in one shift. Any unfinished business mistaken noted, calls for you to nominate the best. Okay. The agenda. All right. Is everybody good with the meeting minutes? I'd entertain a motion to approve.
Motion right here.
Jay, Senator, your motion, take a second. Seconds. Any opposed? All right, and five, I will call a vote for unanimous decision in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll pass through the previous meeting minutes. And then we're going to go ahead and move on to reading and approval of the agenda. And the agenda is pretty laid out. It's a short one today. We have the pleasure of having Dr. Bird coming to speak with us today. So we're going to get right to public comments and, give her the floor. But I'll read through the agenda real quick, guys. We have reports from officers and advisors, standing committees. I like to inform everybody that the standing committees are fully filled, and we will have full reports coming in, and those soon. We have unfinished business. Everybody knows about the team development position that's opened up. We have new business. Vice President of Team Development Process. I'll kind of explain that a little bit to you guys here later on. Notice of committee placements. I'm pretty sure everybody got that sheet already today. We have a non-business housekeeping announcements about our next meeting. Complete lesson 8, bright space, please, for your training. After adjournment, stick around for any discussions on lesson number 7, bright space with Cole. Then we had adjournment. So it was pretty short, concise, and direct today. And with that, I will entertain motion to approve the agenda.
Motion to approve.
Senator Crowder, motions to approve. Can I get a second? Senator Larson, second. If there's any opposed. Seeing none opposed, any online? Seeing none online, I will vote for rule unanimous decision in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Motion is passed. The agenda is approved. And we're going to go straight to public comments from Dr. Bird.
Yeah, so today we have Dr. Jennifer Byrne, president of Madison College, here to speak with us, truly just to get to know you a little bit, talk about what's going on, and we have no time limit set, so the floor is yours, or whatever you'd like to talk about, anything like that.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much for having me. Can everybody see me, hear me? It's okay? Yeah. I'm so glad to have been invited, and I really appreciate the opportunity to get to know some of you. And also thank you for being part of the most important governance that Madison College has. I'll just tell you a little bit about myself. Again, my name is Jennifer Byrne, and I moved here 6 weeks ago from Ann Arbor, Michigan, where I lived for the last 6 years. This is actually my third college town. I lived in Evanston, Illinois, where Northwestern University is, and then I lived in Ann Arbor, Michigan, University of Michigan, and now I'm living in Madison. And it holds up very nicely to the others. It's a wonderful place, as I'm sure you all know. I appreciate the opportunity to lead a college that you all are in. So, and I'm still an outsider, so I thought it would be useful for you to know what I see. I've been a community college administrator in this is my 4th state. So I was one in Illinois at Harper College, which is outside Chicago. And then I went to a tiny little 900 student community college in Western Massachusetts in the Berkshire Mountains. And then I was just previously at Oakland Community College, which is between Detroit and Ann Arbor. And thus I feel I can speak with authority on what I notice about Madison College. And I'll say 3 things in particular. The first is that every person who works here is here because they chose to be here, and that you may take that for granted. That's not always the case. There are a lot of options for employment in Madison, including a very large one down the street, right? And so I'm compelled by the absolute commitment of the faculty and staff who are here to serve you. So that's the first one. The second one is I hope you've all been or are going soon to our new student services area. The amount of space and attention and love really that was put into that was all for the support of students. And institutions are always there for their students, but they don't always show it in that directive away. When you walk in and you see that it was thoughtfully designed so that students who want privacy will have privacy. Students who have children, there's a place for their children. Students who need to go first here and then there, there's a direct route. So I think it's quite amazing, the investment that has been put into it. And then finally, I would say that we are a community resource, not just a Madison resource. I've been to all of our four out of Dane County campuses, as well as the 3 in Dane County. And the diversity of places and people is remarkable and lovely. And I encourage those of you who haven't been to other ones to check them out and see what the students there. I assume you have people online who are from other campuses, and hi to you all. So those are 3 things that I've noticed about Madison College that it's good for us to reinforce. I'll just tell you a little bit about my background. I started as an English teacher at Oakland Community College, and I taught English for 9 years. And then I decided I kind of didn't know what I was doing. So you probably know that some community college faculty have no teaching experience. I was really good at English, but I wasn't really good at teaching. So I found myself in this classroom thinking to myself, these students are so wonderful and I'm not helping them as much as I want to. So I went back to school to learn how to work with adult learners, adult college students, learners. And while I was there, I got really interested in another kind of adult learner, which were teachers. And I transitioned to teaching teachers, which I did for a long time in Chicago and other places. But in the midst of it, I realized that community colleges was where I belonged, and I returned as an administrator. I've been an academic administrator to this point, and now I'm a president. And just really delighted to serve the students, the faculty, the staff, and the community. My door is open to you. This is actually, Jose, much more convenient because I can see more of you rather than one-on-one. But I am really happy and want to be accessible to students. I want to know what's happening. I'm going to stay for your meeting if that's okay. So I can hear, so I can take notes, so I can understand what the experiences that you're having, good, bad, or not. And I'm in very close contact with Hassan and want to be in close contact with anybody who's interested in working with me. So again, I appreciate you being there. I see somebody who interviewed me for the Clarion, right? Good to see you. And really looking forward to getting to know all of you.
Thank you so much for that. We appreciate that a lot.
Thank you.
So we'll open the floor, just general questions.
Yeah, I'm very happy to answer any
Yeah.
questions.
I'll go ahead and lead Senator Crowder.
Can we first start off and get a picture with the president of the
Sure,
college?
definitely
We
can.
have the Clarion here and any additional students who would like to be in it.
It's okay if we get a picture back there, so we get the people that are
Yeah.
online.
That's fine. That's all. Dr. Bernie, you good with
Are you okay
Of
with that?
course.
Yeah, let's do it quick.
My
See
pleasure.
your first picture of attending.
Anybody else?
If you've been following social media, you know I get a picture taking quite often. Yeah, I'm getting used to it. Hi, is this the student, a student photographer?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, okay. I wondered.
I'm a professional as well.
So you're gonna make sure we get the taller people in that. Yeah.
I'm always the back.
And then we need to,
Yeah.
make sure we leave room on the
They're
screen,
not,
so we can at least see the faces that are on here.
Okay, well, why don't you go ahead and take one? Take a photo.
We're gonna need some people on the other side of the screen too, though.
Oh,
I got everything.
I want you all to be inside.
And then,
I can just do a
Stand
picture around
in
for the
front
whole
of
thing,
the students,
actually.
Their faces aren't showing.
Okay.
So all the way over to here, you can come.
Okay.
Okay. Go over just a little bit, sorry. All right, and then we need to squish in more. But we need the taller people in front and probably, I can't remember your name.
Oh, Ashley.
Ashley, thank you, because I know it wasn't Becky.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. We want to split student center, have like on the side and then keep
Yeah.
people on the side.
Can the shorter people kneel if you want me to
I'll
take
stand
the
next to you.
photo?
I'm scared of you.
oh my
Shorter
gosh.
people kneel.
please.
Yeah, shorter people kneel.
Oh, I can't kneel, but someone else.
I'll
can.
kneel. I'll kneel.
Go for it, go for it.
Once they're set, I'll get from there.
Yeah.
Spot right there and then we get up front here.
I see the whole setup.
All right, they pretty much said Kelly.
Oh, I see what you're
Yeah.
trying to get the photo.
Can you get the water bottle out of the frame?
Kelly, are you gonna come over here with us?
What's that? Sure.
I'm not really the Senate, but yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Is everyone in a good
We'll
spot?
get one with just the Senate first, then one with Kelly.
Yeah.
And I typically shoot a lot of sports with this. Probably can attest to all my stuff. All right,
You go.
I got it.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
I never miss.
I like the confidence.
Wolfpack.
Warhawks, Evan.
I do have an actual question to you, Dave. I want to make sure you got a picture before anyone escaped in that room.
Sure. Yeah, okay. We'll go ahead and, we can sit down and get the board.
Yep, yeah, let's get all set, and then, yeah, as we ask questions, if you can just introduce yourself, name to a page, just to assist, as I know we do our roll call.
I'll give you some insider knowledge, which I have very poor eyesight, so I can almost see that that's a senator, but I can't see your name.
That's good to know.
So my name is Senator Crowder, or Annette Crowder, Senator Crowder we met before. So just because I know a little bit more about you than other people, I thought it'd be interesting to share, how many campuses you worked with at your last college.
Yes. So at my last college, we had 5 campuses. And unlike Madison College, they were balanced. They were all about the same number, which presents both challenges and gifts. And the other interesting thing about the college that I was at was that it had 5 campuses, but only spread out about 25 miles. So they were right on top of each other. Students would sometimes go to 2 or 3 in a day, which is very odd. But I'll tell you, it was in Detroit. In Detroit, they like people to drive. That's, they want them to burn those cars out and buy new ones. So it was sort of designed actually so that it's a very car forward city. So one of the campuses had mostly advanced manufacture, one had mostly culinary, one had mostly healthcare, and they all had general education offerings. And I loved it. That was where I started my career in my 20s. And then I left for 25 years and I came back as provost. So that was very exciting. I still had friends there the person who had hired me was still there. So it was home to me and it was sad to leave, but I couldn't be happier to be here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. VP Ari, if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yeah, I'm the VP of Public Relations, Ari Nichols.
I see.
My question for you is just, so how did you hear about Madison College and the presidential opening, and what sort of made you, or like what was silently put you over the edge of like, I want to, be the president of this college?
Yeah. Well, you may not know this, but Madison College is known nationally as a cutting edge, well-resourced and well-respected community technical college. And the Wisconsin Technical College system is nationally known. Many states don't appreciate and fund their 2-year colleges the way that Wisconsin does and are not nearly as proud of them as Wisconsin is. So I've always watched Madison College. And I'm a part of many different community college kind of national organizations, and you would go and there would be people from Madison College. So when I saw I was interested in being a president, and when I saw the posting, I thought, wow, I could apply at Madison College and I could remain in the Midwest, where's my home and my heart is. And I could be a drive from Chicago, where 2 of my 4 children are. I couldn't believe my luck that there was an opening. I mean, there was a fantastic, long tenured president here, as you all know. And so these jobs don't come up very often. And I was just fortunate to apply for it and to go through the whole process and be sitting here today. Thank you.
We're gonna go ahead, go with VP Mattson, then we'll go ahead and go with
Hey.
Hi.
Hi, Dr. Byrne.
Hi.
I'm Quinn Mattson,
you.
Vice President. First, thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. For you using your time to get to know different people including us. I'm like interested in you and your leadership style and kind of like where you're coming from. And I'm wondering if you could give us like maybe some like challenges you've run into, or like some of your like maybe some like a proudest moment from previous community college at which you worked. Just like kind of what's something that like you want, what's something that you want to like people to know about your background?
Yeah.
I guess.
It's a great question. I'll tell you I'll tell you one proud moment that I have every year, and then two particular proud moments.
Okay, great.
The one proud moment that I have every year, and many of you may have been here, but there is nothing like a community college graduation. And I have a lot of degrees, so I've been to a lot of graduations. A community college graduation, a 2-year college graduation, is joyful in a way that I have never seen in a 4-year. And that's because many community college students, technical college students, are non-traditional. They were here a long time ago and didn't expect to come back, or they started in high school and didn't expect to be here so soon, or they cannot hardly believe that they actually got through the coursework to become a nurse or a mechatronicist or any of the really difficult things that you do. So I think one of my proudest moments, and I'm getting kind of emotional talking about it, is just watching people walk across the stage into their future. Their families are moved in a way that is really lovely. So that's always a proud moment, and I'm looking forward. I understand that at Madison College you graduate in December and May, so I will get to have that moment twice a year. But two more particular proud moments. When I was at Berkshire Community College, their nursing program was on probation. And in a small rural community, when your nursing program goes on probation, the community almost cannot function because there are no nurses and nobody's driving 2 hours from Boston to become a nurse. And so I went in with it on probation, and I collaborated with the nursing students, the faculty, and the staff, and we got it fully accredited within a year, making it such that the hospitals and nursing homes would not suffer without nurses. So I'm very proud of that. And then secondly, at Oakland Community College, where I just was, when I came, they didn't have a center for teaching and learning where faculty could go and take feedback from students and improve their teaching. And I thought that was a real deficit in the institution. It was also April of 2020, so we were in the middle of a pandemic. Actually, at the beginning of a pandemic, we thought we were in the middle. But to go into there and be able to put in a Center for Teaching and Learning that really did improve the experiences of students, because faculty were able to learn about culturally responsive pedagogy and teaching with technology. I'm really proud of that. And I think I left it in really good shape, and I believe it will be there for a long time. So 2 proud moments, and just an excitement for what's going to happen in December and May, and then December and May. And I hope to see all of you, some of you, and I'll give you an extra congratulations.
Thanks, Dr. Martin. I'll piggyback off that, and it was sort of emotional last night hearing you speak of the book and just how you had that aha moment, and that just, for me, that was very personal, and it feels very good to know that you know these things and that you're encouraging the college to move in a way that's gonna make it better for people that are not learning traditionally. So thank you for that. And
Thank you.
do we have any other questions? Go ahead, buddy. It's all yours, Senator.
Thank you. Furkan Sindar, Reedsburg Campus Senator. First of all, I want to tell congratulations on your new role, and thank you for joining us today. I have 2 questions. One of them, what's your perspective on international students? And I know it's so early to ask, but do you have any specific plan for improve international students, campus, and academic life in MATC?
Well, my perspective on international students is I admire them tremendously for coming to a new place and making their way. I think having an international presence enriches all of us. I understand from our colleagues at, the International Education Center that we represent over 60 countries at MATC, and that's really, special. You may or may not know, it's not usual to have this much of a presence of international students, unless you're on a coast. We're in the middle of the country, so it's harder for international students to find us sometimes. And that the commitment to their success and to helping the rest of us learn from them, I think is spectacular. So I would say that about international students. And I'll just give you one idea of how I hope to improve, continuously improve. I think that my attitude is that every day, everybody here should try and help one more student stay and achieve. And you probably know from your colleagues that people are sometimes one flat tire, one child with an ear infection, one bad grade on an algebra test away from saying it's not for me. And it's my belief, my job, my responsibility, and everybody around me to say, everybody belongs here, and what can we do to help? So I would just say, if you're talking to your colleagues, we can only help you if you tell us what you need. And whatever it is you need, we can't fix everything, but if we don't know, we can't fix anything. So it's really a culture of sharing. I mean, the students and the faculty, staff, administrators, we're all in this together. Your success is my success. My success is your success. And with open communication, I think we'll do quite well.
Thank you. Thank you for your answers.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks, conversation, Senator Crowder.
So I have some students that'd like to ask you questions from the audience, so I'm gonna lend them my voice. We'll start. I don't know your name, I'm sorry.
My name's Ash. Doctor, I was wondering what role you envision playing in the students' lives? What is things that you can do and plan to do to improve their lives, in opportunities you can offer, work that you're gonna be doing? How are they gonna know the work that you're doing for them?
Yes, so the best thing I can do for students is make sure that they have a clear pathway from where they are to where they want to be. And your pathway is different from your pathway, is different from your pathway. The best thing I can do is help faculty and staff help you identify where you want to go and then support you through the whole way. We're very good nationally at two-year colleges at getting students to come in. We're not as good at getting them to achieve what they want to achieve in a timely fashion. And so that's the best thing I can do to affect you. That's what I think we all want together. And we don't want to say goodbye to you, but we do. Because we want you on your way to your lives, whatever form or shape that takes.
We also had, Ms. Bankhead that wanted to ask a question too.
So you might have to get back to me later, but I did notice, I was wondering if we could have like more internship opportunities within like the department heads here, like the College of Culture and Climate or the administrative office, the HR for students, to provide internships. Right now, we have to go with handshake. A lot of jobs are either remote or they're out of state. You can rarely find some within a college, and I think, what the student's major is, it would be nice to see that. So I guess my question would be, would you see the possibility of implementing something like that for students to be able to intern within a college to get that experience before going out into the real world? And I would prefer a paid internship. Yeah.
Understood. Yeah, certainly. And I know there are some, I think at the board meeting, that you might have heard their example that there were 4 interns in the finance and accounting, and that's a very small number, but there is a path forward for that. And I certainly would be supportive of it. We probably need the students' help to think about the kinds of things you want to do and the kinds of things that would be useful to you. But you're right, I think, in saying that this is a huge organization that does a lot of things. And those are a lot of the things that you're studying to do in other organizations. So if you want to leave me your name and email on your way out, I'll make sure that I follow up with you.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Any other comments from public?
Not that I'm aware of, unless someone changed their mind.
Okay. We did ask if there's any online. There seems to be none posted online.
Oh, okay. I got one follow-up.
Yeah, go ahead, BT minutes.
Just, I wanted to ask if you, what kind of things are, what ways do you hope, students can reach you? Either like through us, where we're trying to talk about not only our own issues, but other students' issues as well. But if it's just an individual who wants to reach out, how are you hoping that, student needs reach you? If you like have figured it out with the cabinet yet, I don't know where you're at with setting things up.
I haven't figured it out totally yet, but I would say that this organization is a good place to start. So if you, and I know you do, if you could make yourselves available to your colleagues and have their concerns come to you through me. That said, I'm happy to meet with small groups of students. I just have to be invited. So I don't know what the things are until people tell me, but I do think that organizations like this are designed so that you have access to me and my colleagues on the cabinet so that we can understand what your needs are. And I will, anytime you invite me to have a conversation, I will happily have that conversation.
And let me follow up. Please come to us with your projects because we'd love to be involved in them.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I would love to use this organization as a sounding board, ideas and input. And if we can figure out a way to make that work in a consistent manner, I think that would be great.
Senator Clark?
Can we send you a copy of our 3-year plan directly? So that you can take a look at what we're hoping to accomplish in the next few years, or at least what's on our current agenda?
Yes, thank you for offering, and you certainly can.
Okay.
Other questions?
Do you know how to get a hold of them? How to get? Okay.
I guess I do have one question for you.
Yes, please.
So, I worked at UW Whitewater previously to this, and so we went through 7 chancellors in 6 years there. And one thing I noticed is that every chancellor president that comes in all has like this mission and vision that they want to see. Could you tell us a little bit about like what is your mission and vision for Madison College during your tenure here?
So it's interesting you say that, and I'm disciplining myself because starting next week, and it'll be an opportunity for this group also. I'm intending to have 100 conversations with faculty, staff, students, community members, donors, alumni, making that available to people so that I can gather input before I, share the vision. I have commitments, and I think those are the commitments that I was hired because of, but my vision and my values have to be shaped by the people who've been here a long time. I've been here 6 weeks, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know how many of you are qualitative researchers. I'm a qualitative researcher, and I'm going to take all of those conversations, use them as data, analyze them, and my 101st conversation is going to be me reflecting back what I've heard from those. So I'd like you to ask me that again in January.
Yep. We'll see you in January then. Perfect.
Or you'll hear it before you even ask. Yes.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Yes, and please look out for that opportunity. It'd be better if there were clumps of people that came together. 100 one by one won't be as efficient, but I'm happy to talk in whatever configuration is good for you.
A unique way of putting that together. That's
Yeah.
Do we have any other questions, or did you want to?
We have nothing online. I guess we can go last call for any questions you'd like to ask during this. This won't be the last time we have Dr. Byrne here, so.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Now just quickly, what would you say is the easiest and fastest way for someone to reach you?
By email.
Just by email? Okay.
I check, I get my email all the time. I
Right.
can't promise I'll get back to you that day, but I can promise you I will get back to you within a few days.
Okay.
And if you want to schedule an appointment with me, the best way is to go through, Kristen Rowling. She keeps my calendar, which sounds like an easy thing, but is actually very complicated. And if I start interfering with it, it makes it harder on her. So if you send me an email and want to meet with me, I'll probably forward it to her and ask her to reach back out to you to come up with a time that works for both of us.
Perfect. Thank you.
Can I follow up?
Yeah, please.
You talk about the 100. So how are you gonna manage this 100? Like how many percent is gonna be students in this 100 and how many percent is gonna be international student in this 100?
Yeah, so what I'm doing is I'm offering times and dates, and it's up to you to sign up. So as many international
first serve?
students, as many of anybody who wants to talk with me. So it's really me asking you, I'm asking you, can I have a conversation with you? And I'm gonna wait for you to say yes. So you'll see within a couple of weeks that there's a sign-up sheet. And you'll tell me where you want me to come, and I will come and I have sort of 3 questions that I'd like to ask everybody the same questions, just for data's sake, and then I'll answer any other questions that people have. So if you want to gather some of your friends, I think, that would be great.
One thing about, just to help you with that, when that goes live, would it be okay if we shared it? We will be starting up our newsletter in September and getting that out. Would that be okay for us to share in that way as well?
That'd be great.
Beautiful.
That'd be great.
Just wanted to mention an idea, if that's okay. And I'm mentioning this, looking at you, Cole.
Okay.
We have a student leadership retreat that's coming up on the 20th of August, which is a Wednesday, and that might be a good opportunity if you were available to stop in, where you might be able to ask some questions to some of the student leaders, which will include Student Senate and some of the other student organizations and some of the club members.
So I'm going to ask you to see if you can
I can pass on to Kristen.
pass on to Kristen, and she'll see if she can match it. Yeah.
Not a problem. Yeah, not a problem at all.
If I'm not there, it's not because I don't know.
I mean,
I'm somewhere else.
You mentioned the things. I'm
Yeah,
like,
no, absolutely,
That's an opportunity.
absolutely. These 100 conversations will start in September and go till December. So I'm not doing 100 in a week, right? So it will be spread out.
One thing I did want to ask you before you took off was, you did share a vision that made you stand out and you were selected. And I know that you're still going to refine that vision. But could you maybe share a little bit of what it was that had you stand out of the other candidates?
I mean, you'd have to ask the people who hired me, but I would say that I think my most salient characteristic is that I believe that community colleges are the only antidote to collapsing generational poverty. And I think they're our best chance for equity in our community, because they bring people to higher ed who will then return to the community and make the community better. And so I think that was the message that I tried to share as much as I could, because that's really what I feel. We need to educate the best accountants, the best nurses, the best doctors, the best people who are going to transfer, because it makes our community better. So I see a technical college as a community asset in a way that is nobody else can do what we do.
Thank you very much.
I don't call for any questions, as I was mentioning before. Oh. Mike, Quinn.
Do you know what the 3 questions you're gonna ask students are yet?
I don't have them exactly, but they're sort of what is going well. If you could change anything, what would you change? There'll be sort of like that, yeah. And because it's gonna be faculty and staff and community members, that's why I want to ask everybody the same questions,
Okay, yeah.
so I can see across how the answers vary or don't vary.
So funnily enough, we've actually been doing something at the recent involvement fairs that are very similar to that with incoming students about like, what are you interested in? What are your concerns coming into all of this? So if you'd like, once, that's all been sorted through and finished, I can send that to you so that you can have sort of that information on what these incoming students may be concerned about and what they might be looking forward
I
to.
mean, that would be a great gift to me. So yeah, I would really appreciate that. And is that organized through this body?
Yeah, it's, it's being worked on by PR committee, which is a part of Student Senate, so.
Yeah, well, I'm probably as anxious as you to figure out what, to know what they're saying. So,
There, yes.
Sure. Right. Any other questions?
I'll mention the one that I know someone else should mention, but they're not going to. One of the biggest issues our students face is the housing crisis, in this area. And I mean, I'm not asking you what you're gonna do about it. I'm just making sure I put that bug in your ear because we have a lot of students that, are couch surfing, some students that are homeless. And it's just tragic and we haven't figured out how to leverage and create opportunities for affordable housing for students.
thank you for keeping that, in the center of our conversation.
Someone else brought it up. I won't mention it.
Thank you.
I think that is good for
Yeah.
questions for now, so, okay, thanks so much for.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, so you can say, yeah, not a problem at all.
We're gonna be head up.
Maybe explain what type of meeting we're having today, just so that she's aware.
Yeah, we're just having a business only meeting. It's gonna be a very traditional meeting. You are guest speakers. That is gonna be, the main concept of our meeting. So we're just gonna, not much left in our meeting. We're just gonna go through a committee appointment and a couple different reports. And then a little bit of housekeeping and then our announcements, and then we're gonna.
Right.
Pretty smooth, and not as official as meetings last night, but this is.
Yeah.
It's a little something to go through. All right, so after public comments, we're gonna go to disclosures and recusals. Does anybody have anything they want to disclose? Anybody online? No. Okay. Now we will move on to reports of officers, advisors, and standing committees. Executive Council and President report from yours truly. Yeah, last night with the district board, gave our report. What I got from district board, there's been no further activity. Okay. Yeah, so they got a couple things passed last night. Overall, it was already in the agenda, so nothing new came out. Anything that was proposed was passed. We're gonna give a very good presentation. I gave a report of our training, of what we've done through the summer and what we will continue to do. Filling our vacancies, our committee's assignments, and then our vice president that we're gonna be hopefully filling out today. So overall, that was pretty much it for last night. And as far as the executive council goes, we were just hammering out and getting those committees filled up. So that's all I got for you as a report. Anybody have any questions for me?
Don't point to me.
Right, okay. Hearing no questions, any online? All right, we're gonna move on to administration and finance committee, VP Mattson. You have a report for us today, bud?
Yes, I had a really informative meeting with Sean Green, who you're all now well acquainted with, about what I'll be doing, with finance committee as, in running ELT meetings, or, what he called club funding committee. That's basically what it is. That makes a lot more sense, less acronyms. I will be, setting up these meetings with Zainab, anyone knows, she works in student life, and she is the club funding coordinator. She and I will lead these meetings. Finance committee will take part in the meetings as well. So yeah, I'm just figuring out my own roles, as well as trying to plan, trying to schedule everything out. There've been a few other bugs that people have run into, specifically using the concerning the office hours log, specifically using it on mobile. If you run into something, don't sweat it, send me a message, we'll figure it out.
Would you like to
That's about it.
screenshot it? would you like to screenshot like what it is that they're running through, send it to you instead of typing it up?
Yeah,
That'd be easier.
yeah, sure, whatever works for you. We can sort it out. Now is kind of the time to sort it out. Because you're still figuring it out and I'm still figuring it out. So let's figure it out together.
Stay punctual. Yeah, let's definitely stay punctual, or else that guy will be on your back, right?
Why am I that guy?
Yeah.
He's the whip, keeps us all in line.
You bad cop. Okay, I think that concludes my report. Any questions for good cop?
Any questions?
I love that.
Okay. No, thank you. That was a very informative report. Thank you so much. Move on now. Legislative Affairs Committee, VP Burt, what do you got, Chris Bud?
Yeah, I met with Advisor Cole today. We talked about two items. Number one, we're gonna be starting to draft a resolution. The executive committee is gonna be looking at that. We're looking at the civility in college, in this college classroom. The student instructor exchange and the issues that we're bringing forward. Obviously, Senator Crowder has brought to our attention. I will be working with our president and the executive committee with Senator Crowder to begin looking at things like disability accommodations. Why does it have to be so rigorous and rough for a person with a disability to go through that communication with that instructor? Why does it have to be such a big chore to ask for accommodations in this community college setting? And second, I'm looking for a public speaker to come speak. I've asked Vice President JD Vance to come to Madison College via Zoom to discuss what we have here at Madison College called the VITAL program, the Veterans Integration Academic Leadership Program. I'm serving at UW Milwaukee right now for my second major, which is filmmaking. What makes a military mindful classroom? And how are we implementing the USERRA Act of 1994, which requires a welcome space for military? The issue I'm discussing is critical race theory and its communications with veterans, cultivating hostility, creating a racial tension over somebody who served in the military who's just trying to exercise their GI benefits. So that's going on right now. I'm trying to create a documentary about what I've experienced here at Madison College, what I've experienced at UW Whitewater, and now what I'm experiencing at UW Milwaukee, which is an absolutely outstanding veteran-friendly institution. And that's all I got. Thank you.
Thanks for a very informative report. Thank you for that.
Yep.
Any questions or comments or concerns for VP Burt? Any online? Okay, yeah, we're gonna, just a comment, all right. All right, I think very informative report. Thank you for that. We're gonna move on. Team Development Committee, that is vacant.
Yep, nothing. There's nothing we can do up here now.
Public Relations Committee, VP Nichols.
Yeah, so, as you all know, we had the first two, involvement fairs this week, one at Goodman South and one here at Truex. Those went very well for us. We actually have a couple people in this room that we met there. And plenty more that not only showed interest in Senate, but interest in general in what we were doing and sort of plans that we have moving forward. As well, if you are a part of public relations, I have most likely talked to you about getting that up and running next week. Quinn actually accidentally gave me a very good project to give all of you. That would be great for introductions on using Canva and other resources like that. Trying to think what else. I had one more thing. Oh, yes. As well, there, what was it? God, I just was thinking about this earlier today. Yes, no, I just remembered. Thank you. So as I mentioned earlier, with the Microsoft form that has been being shown at the involvement fairs and getting responses to that on what new students are interested in and some of their concerns. Come the 28th, I believe is the last one. There, me and the rest of PR will end up going through all of that. And figuring out sort of what these students are interested in, their concerns and, club interests. And then we will try to take that and turn that into something more digestible than
Spreadsheet.
than a ton of,
Numbers.
answers from people that all say different things but mean the same thing. And so I'm sure once that's all done, I will end up showing that to all of you guys. Just so we better know as a group who are the new people that will be representing this year, as well as better ways to reach out to these people and maybe also programs that may need more help, or general things people may be nervous on. I know just from the two we've had, a lot of people are concerned about course loads and financial aid. So I think those will be two good things to address this year.
A couple questions for you off the bat.
Yeah, go ahead.
When they said financial aid, were they specifically talking about the Pell Grant or just financial aid?
So I left the questions very open-ended on purpose, just because I wanted as many people to fill them out as possible. So a lot of people, the question was just, what are some things you're nervous about? And there have been some already, people that are just like, oh, I'm nervous about, balancing going to college as well as like working a job full-time. Like certain like financial aid hurdles that they might have to get through. As well as I think there was one person who was concerned about like childcare and stuff. And so just like general stuff like that, all sort of finance related.
Then I'll just leave with the comment. I think that's very awesome that you're bringing their concerns into the light, because these are students that didn't vote for us. And these are students that didn't get to vote on their concerns or their interests. So it's only right that we incorporate them. So thank you. And I'll open up the floor for questions. Senator Crowder. Senator Net.
So I don't know if you, just an idea.
Yeah, of course.
And maybe you want to keep the information separate, but when we do our classroom presentations, I feel like we should also use this survey then too, because there's going to be new students that did the online orientation, or making sure that we somehow get that QR code out to the online orientation students. But I just think we should look at using that QR code also for when we're doing our classroom presentations to see what information we get, and maybe we could separate it out. If you want to keep just the new, and then have on there, is this your first semester or is this your second? So you can distinguish between those students.
Yeah. So I've talked to Ashley a little bit about this, because we're also like working on tabling initiatives and stuff, and taking the current form, which is like very much made specifically for new incoming students, and generalizing it just like a little bit more so that it can apply to all students, so that if we do tabling events this year, like we want to, as well as when we do classroom stuff, that would be a good way to just sort of throughout the year being like, hey, what are the concerns and what's going well so far within the school?
Good. Sounds perfect. I was just thinking the classroom presentations are really early in the semester, so it'd be
For
awesome.
sure, yeah.
Any other questions, comments, or concerns? Anything online?
Nope.
Okay, thank you so much for that report. Very informative. All right, and we will move on to our favorite report from our advisor.
Be bad cop. All right. Couple things, quickly. Committee, so all of y'all have the handout for, committees that you were assigned to. Everybody got their first and second choice. If I do want to look at that. Everybody got their first and second choice across the board. And I mean this when I say this. Myself, the executive team sat down, walked through it. If we had like kind of a stalemate, we went through your responses, which is why giving your responses are so important. Nobody got placed anywhere that wasn't in a selection that they had. So be very clear with that, that if you selected this, one or two, you got your one or two. I kid you not. We always try to uphold that. And we got through this pretty quickly, I would say. We'll talk more about this when we get to that portion of businesses. I'll talk a little bit more in detail about it. Student Leader Retreat. This is my reminder to the email I sent you out. Our Student Leader Retreat, which is hosted by myself, is August 20th. It's a Wednesday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. It'll be in the health building.
You have to come.
Yes.
Yes. Every student organization student who is involved should be attending. Obviously, extenuating circumstances occur. So as I mentioned, if you cannot attend, please let me know. Lunch will be provided. You are compensated for being there hourly. So it's 5 hours long. You're compensated at $15 an hour. So you do the math. I'm not going to do it off the top of my head right now, but every single person. So I do know at least 1/3 of students already signed up. So if you can be there, please be there. Let's be the largest organization there. Beat up the Clarion. Have a good time. But yeah, please do so. Thank you very much. Sign up for Wisconsin Student Government. So our first Wisconsin Student Government meeting is around the corner, happening at the end of September, mainly actually beginning of October. Just give me my call out to you now, as I'll have an email going out that if you would like to attend, it's, the email will have the date, I'm just gonna mention off the top of my head, otherwise I know I'll forget it. It's going to be happening October, 3rd and 4th. Chippewa Valley Technical College up there in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. We will be traveling to meet with all of the other governors of WS. So it is overnight, so be advised of that, and we would leave on Thursday after our General Assembly meeting, whatever day that is. So the email will go out, and if you'd like to attend, there is no cost to you. We provide the hotel. We'll have a rental car to get to and from everything. It is a good time. I don't know if anybody,
Are you sure that on the dates? 3rd and 4th of October is Friday, Saturday.
yes, it happens on a Friday. The main meeting's on Saturday, and we come home. I think that's, am I right? And that correct? Yep. Annette attended last year with us, as she's part of the executive team for WSG, and it's a good time. You learn a lot. Especially you get to hear from some of the WTCS folks as well.
Nice.
It's a good time. So that email will come out soon. This is my first notice that at our next meeting, we'll talk about it. Our 9/11 Memorial event is upcoming. If you're unsure what that event is, for the last 3 years, Senate has taken it over. We take I think it's the Lucier Student Plaza, which is just in front of the health building there. It's that area with the grass in it, kind of big home. We go ahead and we plant one flag per individual who was lost during the attacks on 9/11. This has been done in past in coordination with Veteran Services, as well as Phi Theta Kaplan, the Volunteer Center, and Human Protective Services has also played a role in the past. We are scheduled to host this again, as we did commit for 2 additional years once I came on. As I know, Human Protective Services is looking to do something a little bit different next year with their process. All that to be said, I'll be kind of talking with y'all about having some students, y'all available just to help us plant flags and then talk about some additional opportunities that could count for your office hours during that week. It's a good time. It's really impactful. You get to meet a lot of individuals who have deep connections to it, even individuals who never talked to before. I know last year we really did. So definitely something to be advised to participate in if you have the availability in your schedule.
Thank you, Vice Cole.
I'm not done yet. My last 2 things are legislation. Now is the time if you want to talk about providing legislation to pass on, whether they're bills, to look at tabling, resolutions to look for the support of our students who are seeking accommodations to disability resource services. Start planning that all now, because once September hits, we're gonna get busy just with everything else. So if you want to get a jump on that, please consider reaching out to your peers authoring it. Please talk with me. I'm happy to work with you all on creating of it. Obviously, I cannot author it. And lastly, Annette beat me to it. Next week, we're going to talk about your classroom presentations, a really brief overview. Reach out to your professors, see if you can get 2 minutes just to talk about Senate, what we do, all the good stuff, QR code, and we gauge kind of interest in what students are looking for. This helps us set the tone, which Ari's already graciously set for us for when we get ready to do our town hall forum and reaching students and kind of work on developing that information to become our next 3-year plan. A lot of information there. Sorry. This is why I send lots of emails. You'll never lose it.
Okay,
Right, but they-
email chain. I just pin everything that Cole sends you, just pin it to the top. We're gonna need it. Any questions, comments, concerns for Advisor Cole, in
Comment,
person or online?
I have a comment. So yesterday when we were at Goodman South, I touched base with the PTK president and asked if they might be interested in helping us out this year with 911. He said, that he thought that he could, however, he would not be around. So we just need to touch base with his advisor, and I also touched base with, Volunteer Center, what's her name?
Scarlett,
Not Scarlett.
Lena,
Lena.
You know,
And she said to reach out to, Scarlett, that might be a good way for some students to get in their volunteer hours, just so that we can have more support for it this year.
And then I'll just add on to that too, me and Ron are both on Phi Theta Kappa as well. And then I'm on the volunteers center as well. So if you guys need anything with that, either reach out to me or him.
perfect.
That's
Keep it a loop. We'll start planning that probably next week. I'll get stuff going with it. So I'll reach out to all of you and Marty, because Marty likes to be included on everything.
you got enough flags?
Yeah, we ordered like another 300 last year.
Okay.
So I think we should have enough.
Any other questions, comments, concerns for our advisor? Seeing none online, hearing none, I'm going to move on. Thank you, Vice President. That's very informative report. We're going to go on to unfinished business. Final call for nominations for Vice President of Team Development.
Yep, so I'll run over this, gotta sort of look this before you okay with that. I'll take over for this. You okay with that?
Yep.
Wonderful. So this is it. This is our final call as we will be doing our voting and for the individual who wins, swearing in. But we did say we will have the floor open one last time for nominations. So I will open the floor right now. Nominations for the Vice President of Team Development. Senator Crowder.
I nominate, Senator Bauer.
Nomination to Senator Bauer. Senator Bauer, how do you respond?
I accept.
You accept? Wonderful. Any other nominations? None, I'll check online. So just to be clear, after we close this, our next point of business is to move on to our Q&A and all aspects like that. And now we have two individuals, so we'll operate on how they were nominated and stuff filled out first. So that would mean that Senator Sturgill will be our first person up. But last call, nominations. Going once, going twice. I'll be like Jose, 5, 4. All right, so at this time, then we will close the floor for nominations. Nominations for the Vice President of Team Development are now complete. And we will move into our next point of business, which is the,
For the record, want to include who's been nominated?
that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, so the individuals who have been nominated for Vice President of Team Development are Senator Corey Sturgill, now Senator Bethany Bauer. For this process to take place, we will go forward with who is nominated first. So Senator Sturgill, the floor will be yours. How this will work is we will have 5 minutes for the nominated individuals to speak to us about endeavors, what they hope to accomplish, much like what we saw with Senator Bauer when Senator Bauer joined the Senate. After which we'll have 5 minutes of question and answer. All this will be timed by, you want me to time it or you? Me? Cool. I'll time it. At the 5-minute mark for both, once it happens, we will cut off. So even for mid-question, we will cut off at 5 minutes.
I'll give you a warning, 30 seconds. Or
Yep.
minute, whatever you prefer. Okay.
And once this is all done, we will vote by a closed ballot, and it is majority rules.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Okay, is it 5-minute speech and questions all in one? or
Nope,
do we do
separate.
Speech and then 5 minutes.
Yep, it's 10 minutes total, 5 minutes of speaking, 5 minutes of question and answer.
Okay.
All right. All right, I think we are good to go. We're good to go.
We're good to go.
Awesome. Senator Sturgill, the floor is yours.
Let's
And
go.
then-
You want us to start your time?
Anytime you remind. Okay, I'll give you 30 seconds. You said before, oh, I'll do it. Okay, so I just want to know what's going on. So let me get this ready. All right, and so like I said, it is whenever you start, we'll start timing.
Pressure is on. Okay. All right. Hello, everyone. Start the time. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm truly honored to step into the team development role, at least attempt to run for it. It's a pleasant surprise. So I'm excited to work alongside such passionate and driven individuals. I was drawn to this position because I care deeply about the ways teams function. So not just in theory, but in practice. I believe that we move beyond working side by side. I believe that when we move beyond working side by side and start truly connecting, we can accomplish so much more. I've seen firsthand how effective a team can be when there's trust, communication, and a shared purpose. That's the energy I want to bring into this role. Fostering real collaboration where every voice matters and we grow together as one unit. My goal is to ensure every member of the Senate feels seen, supported, and empowered, not just in their role, but in their individual growth within it. We are all here based on a shared purpose. We're here to lead in advocacy, to speak up for those who can't do it alone, and we can't do that effectively as lone wolves. To create real change, we have to work as a pack with unity, trust, and commitment to each other's growth. I'm genuinely looking forward to what we can accomplish together this year. And thank you again for your trust, and I'm ready to work. Thank you.
Remain up here.
Yes, absolutely.
No, you're all good.
This isn't.
No, you're all good. You're all good. You want a chair? You good?
No, I'm okay.
All right, perfect. So, 5 minutes of question and answer. Once the first question is begun, I'll start timing.
Are you concerned at all about the increased workload going from a senator to a VP?
No, I was very meticulous about how I was stepping into my program. I'm a biotech student, as many of you know, and it can be very rigorous at times, but I did limit my amount of classes so I can invest plenty of time into the role, in and out of the senator role. So I did definitely take time into investing and planning it out so I can take that into consideration, so I can delegate my time in a wise manner. So I'm not spreading myself too thin, and then I can work individually with each and every one of you.
Senator Larson.
Thank you. How do you personally handle stress when it comes upon you? In important roles, and how do you like talk to other people when they come to you about their stresses? How do you handle that?
Yeah, absolutely. So I've encountered stress in many different forms. I've had people come up to me and just tears just at their limit. I have dealt with friends that were just trying to look for a way out, trying to feel better, like trying to heal from a lot of things. I've encountered a lot of very passionate, driven individuals that were at their lowest. And to me, that is a very stressful situation because you see somebody do such amazing things when they're at their high, and then when they're low, they're coming to you for advice. We're trying to figure out, what are my next steps? I don't know what to do. I'm struggling. I am treading water. I feel like I can't do it anymore. Taking a deep breath, I always remind people that taking a deep breath, taking time, and not rushing to give answers is incredibly crucial to when you are handling those situations. And especially with being a team development, I would be assuming that this role is kind of like HR. If someone is very heated, to jump in totally passionate, guns blazing, it's not the way to go. Staying calm, breathing through it, and guiding not only them but yourself through it is incredibly crucial.
VP Mason.
Briefly, what do you think is one of your strengths? What is one of your weaknesses?
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of my strengths is, I think, kind of goes hand in hand. I think it's both a strength and a weakness. Empathy. Empathy can be both a weakness and a strength. Empathy can be incredibly overwhelming sometimes. And it might mean that I might take a little bit longer to try to come back to being professional. I need a moment after having a hard conversation with someone. But in no means would I be knocked down for days. It would just take me maybe an hour or so to regain, reel myself back in, understand what I can do to really truly advocate for that person. And especially, not everybody likes criticism, and taking criticism in. I don't want to immediately jump ahead and be totally unprofessional or hurt anyone's feelings. I want to take that feedback and digest it. So I can take criticism in the heat of the moment, just I don't really know. I don't really like how you're handling that. And it might be rude or anything like that, but I'm not going to outwardly express my emotions. Empathy gives me the strength to not act in a moment, because it only takes a moment to break trust. It takes a lot of time to build trust. I don't want to be impulsive in my emotions. Sure.
Last question, Senator Crowe.
I just wanted to hear some thoughts on developing us as a team.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's incredibly important to have fun. But I do think that it is incredibly crucial to remind ourselves or self-reflect on why we are here. What are our motives?
That is time. That is our 5 minutes. So thank you very much.
I think a place to read that.
Next up will be Senator Bauer. So Senator Bauer, come to the front. As stated before, as soon as you start, I'll start timing, 5 minutes. Jose will tell you 30 seconds, I guess. No, 5 minutes, and then after which, after 5 minutes, so whenever you start, I'll start.
Hi, everyone. Nice to meet you in person. I'm Bethany Bauer. I'm honored to be here as a candidate. This position to me is about building a strong, united team that can advocate effectively for our student body. Within the Student Senate, success comes down to collaboration. If our members aren't working together, we aren't reaching our full potential. So similar to my career path in healthcare, no one works in isolation, from our CNAs to nurses to doctors. Support staff rely on each other to be able to give the best care possible. I believe this relates to Student Senate. To serve our student body team well, we need clear communication, mutual respect, and trust within our team. Team development involves understanding each person's strengths, ensuring everyone is heard, and coordinating our efforts towards a common goal. Some traits that support team development that I hold are being an active listener and communicator. I'm able to remain calm under pressure, which allows me to keep a team grounded, especially during stressful situations. And I'm very detail-oriented and organized, allowing me to create and complete plans, track progress, and adjust to the team's needs. I'm a supportive team leader, recognizing others' contributions, said that wrong, and ensuring a quieter voices are heard. Lastly, healthcare and life shift quickly, as well as student leadership. I can adjust plans while maintaining a focus on a larger picture. I can guide the team to navigate these challenges. My vision is to allow open communication and encourage cross-program collaboration, making sure students from all areas are heard. Again, my name is Bethany Bauer. I'd be honored to help lead our Senate by bringing us closer together as a team. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so we'll go into our 5 minutes of question and answer. I think we'll start, Mr. Khan, you good with that?
Good. Yep.
My question is, because I know this is your first time attending person, when you're a vice president future, are you planning to attend online or person mostly?
In person. I was previously attending online. I had just finished my breastfeeding journey. I am now done. So I will be here in person, whether I take the role or I stay as senator for the rest of my time.
Sounds good.
Just same question to ask Corey. So I know, especially you're a nursing student, as you said, you also have a young child of yours. Are you at all concerned about balancing your life outside of Senate with the increased workload that being a VP would bring?
So we talked about the hours that would come with the position. I'm not currently worried about the hours. I do have a very supportive partner and family at home to help me with my children. And then Mondays and Tuesdays, I am very organized. My planner, I actually do my day by hour down to the 15 minutes. So I'm able to schedule time specifically for studying with my nursing program, for Student Senate, and then anything else that I need to do, I'm able to pencil in. I stick to my calendar very well.
All right. Senator Crowder?
Were you involved, and keep in mind, I tend to forget names and faces sometimes, but were you, part of the initiative for, advocating for the student nurses program?
So I had some like behind the scenes with the student nurses, the president. I actually work with him outside of the student body. So I was able to work with him on that, but I wasn't involved.
I think what Senator Crowder speaks about is our water count.
Do you have any specific plan for team development on your mind right now, or?
I'd like to bring some more time for us to get to know each other so that we're able to work together better. I know a lot of you haven't met me yet, so I'd like to put aside some time just for us to get to know each other so we can become a strong team. Some team building moments. That for the rest, of course. Already got the bag. But yeah, I would look forward to creating different team development habits for us to do.
VP Vincent?
What is one strength and one weakness?
Never go away.
From my courses so far, I think a strength that I have is therapeutic communication. I'm able to communicate well with different bodies of people. I'm able to kind of match their level, kind of meet them where they're at and be able to have those conversations. A weakness that I have is I like to, it's hard for me to like push something to the side and say no. I like to take everything in. Specifically like in healthcare, like I like to follow the patient through the end of their care, even though that's not always possible. So like being empathetic and caring can also be a downfall as well.
Any other questions? Online, in person? Yeah, Senator Larson?
How do you handle stress?
I handle stress by doing one task at a time. I really, I use my planner a lot, again, down to the minute. I love my planner. If there's ever a time where I feel overwhelmed, I take a step back, breathe it in, and then keep going. So.
Good on time, that's it.
Yeah, we got about a minute left.
Okay, good.
What's 12 times 12?
144?
Yes, what,
I know my timetable.
like experience have you had like doing team development in the past?
I am an orientation leader, currently participating in that right now. And then also I am class president of my nursing cohort. So I've had some opportunities to bring us together in the cohort and become a stronger team so that we're able to be successful together.
Thank you.
30 seconds.
5 seconds. Last question, Senator Crowder?
Do you feel that being a parent what has being a parent brought to your life?
Yes, 15 seconds.
Joy and understanding what life is truly about. I think I kind of took life like not as serious before I had children, and now I truly understand like what my passions are and like what I'd like to see for other people.
All right, that is 5 minutes. Thank you very much. All righty, so, first thing I just put in the chat, you can ignore, I was saving that for our committee stuff, so don't open that. Let me go on ahead and I will get our, ballot set to go. We're set there. So everybody can vote, including both of y'all. Y'all are both able to vote as well. Let me get, I'll put the link in the chat. And then I will display, if I can, the QR code on the screen. Let's see if it lets me this time.
Be a tiny vote. So please.
Yes, it'll be, well,
Be constituted. Huge ballot. Have any problems, questions?
it worked. What a great day. I remember when this failed on me and it made me sad. All righty, going ahead. This is it. I will give 2 minutes. At the end of those 2 minutes, I will bring up the results to President Villarreal and Senator VP Mattson to verify those results, and then we will announce the winner. Once we announce the winner, VP Burt, which I'm sending you an email right now, will do the swearing in at the front here with the winner. And then I'll work with you on next step stuff, which you're all hired, so that makes my job easier. We'll talk about exchange of positions and kind of what to expect and what trainings are set to you. So 1 more minute.
Congratulations on the.
Section about private so far.
Good. So, I'm
No
gonna-
pressure, no
Stop it,
pressure.
Terry.
Yeah, don't look for comment.
All right, let me check here. All right.
Whoever's elected, I'm not.
That's a great job.
Because I was the VP, not last year, but the year before.
Yes, please, take her up on that. Very knowledgeable, held the position before. Coach.
I'm gonna give 30 more seconds. I don't have all of our votes in. So please make sure everybody, including our two folks here, everybody votes. We need
Should be right at the top.
all the votes.
If it came down
Out today.
We still need,
Outfit,
coming in technical difficulty.
If you choose the best
One,
out.
two, three, four,
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
came from
10,
prep day, so I was like.
No,
yeah.
no, I understand, because I can't.
12, 13.
This is just regular day for Corey.
I
He's always crazy
straight
like
for the
that.
students.
Corey's like,
Yes, that's one.
Gotta wear it through.
All right, somebody online, if you haven't submitted your vote, please submit your vote. Got yours, cool, right?
I
I'm
admire their fashion.
I know, right?
gonna give 10 seconds before we're going to just outright not utilize that vote. And then, I'll say, please come back. All right, so I'll have you look over there for me, Bert.
Sure.
Do you want to read off my phone? Just wear it in.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Deep breath. Hey.
Anywhere where it says name, you'll have to get the name of the individual up there.
Okay.
Excited, Corey?
I'm like, so I'm direct.
I see it's a lot of abstains. All right, yep, here we go.
I got my own part card.
Okay, so your-
Drum
so-
roll, please.
First time you talked all night. All right, with majority rules, voting coming in, our new Vice President of Team Development is Senator Corey Surtzel. Come on. You'll read that, so I said anywhere it says name, say Corey. And with it, to use for our bylaws.
Yeah, let me get my phone out.
Oh.
I have a great question. I'm the only VP not up there.
Awesome.
You ready? All right. I invite, Vice President of
Team Development,
Team
Surtzel.
Development, Corey Surtzel, to be sworn in as senator to come to the front of the room. I will read the oath of office, then call you, VP Surtzel, to affirm the oath of office. Place your left hand on the Student Senate Constitution and bylaws as you confirm the oath and raise your right hand. Once you've been sworn in, please go talk to Advisor Callio Prado to sign your agreement to serve after the meeting is complete. When you are taking the oath, please be seated at the table. You solemnly swear to do your civic duty to serve your college, your community, and most importantly, your fellow students in a democratic fashion?
Yes.
Do you swear to treat all people equally and fairly, and that you will strive to create a student senate which is welcoming to everyone?
Yes.
Thank you. Do you swear to listen, speak out, and act in ways which will empower all students? Right. Corey Surtzel, having heard the oath of office, do you swear to carry out these tasks to the best of your ability as the Vice President of Team Development?
Yes.
Awesome, congratulations.
Congratulations. Your picture be fire. Come on.
They want to back down.
No, they're not gonna listen at all.
Or just let them back up there.
Yeah.
Another picture.
Right on. Go ahead, bro.
That's it. So beautiful. So with that, congratulations at VP Surtzel and taking the role. That does now open us for a spot as a general senator on Senate. As we are always doing, we are always recruiting for folks. So if you do know of anybody interested or if any of our folks are interested, feel free to talk with me afterwards and we can talk about the next steps. I think the next section is also meetings, committees. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. Awesome. So for the folks online, what I put in the chat before the link is our document, which is located in the SharePoint. Some of y'all are telling me, how do I get to the SharePoint? You've sent it multiple times. Let me know and I can help you one-on-one to get to that SharePoint site, because that is where all of our documents are going to be held for Student Senate. This is under our fall 2025 General Assembly meeting, are these assignments. So as you can see, every single individual has been placed on a standing committee. We mentioned that before. That is a requirement. So all folks, all senators are on a standing committee. The vice presidents chair those committees, so they will be with you. The only individual who you'll see is not on this sheet at all is President Villarreal, and that's because he and I just attend everything. Just what we do, and he gets to go to all the fun stuff up the board. So these all fell within where y'all ranked. We do have some open spaces specifically with legislative affairs and team development. As we begin to fill open spots specifically with some of our regional campuses, we will fill those spots in there. They will be the first to be filled. Textbook Advisory Committee, I'm on, Adam Sharafadine will be representing us on Textbook Advisory Committee. Public Safety, which is actually chaired by VP Burt on behalf of Public Safety, will be leading the charge with Bethany Bauer and Sanjay Jagadish upon that committee. I mentioned this all to you now because upon your standing committee,
You fucked this up.
I was gonna say, I'm in the wrong.
Yeah, you switched team development and public relations on here. Oh.
did I?
Yeah, you put the, different people, you put all of public relations under team development and all of team development under public relations.
Yeah.
Hey, really?
Yes.
I was gonna say, you lied to me.
We'll fix it.
And
Just-
for Ken's on there twice if he's supposed to be, I don't know.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So, regardless, you know where you're gonna end up being. There you go. The Public Safety Advisory Committee, you'll be in contact with, VP Burke about that, and getting that situated. If you go to the back for additional areas, this is more gonna be for you all. So our representative for the Student Activity Board is, Quinn Matson. Quinn, the Vice President of Administration and Finance, always is our primary rep. Our alternate rep for this year will be Senator Crowder. And so we look forward to that. No dates and times have been established for much of this yet, so be advised once I have that information available. On the same note, we'll be selecting our governor for Wisconsin student government here soon, but our lieutenant governor has been decided that is VP Surtzel will be our lieutenant governor for WSG. So VP Surtzel will join myself, the governor, and whoever else would like to attend at our upcoming meetings. Student Media Board is on there. That was something that was used previously with Clarion. I don't know much about that, so we left it on there just in case we advise that one of you wants to try it out. Lastly is our shared governance councils. These are important. So if you are a part of our shared governance councils, be advised you need to be at every meeting. And if the times don't work, you need to let me know and we'll find you an alternate because we are honored to be given a spot on the shared governance councils to represent the students. And so I want us to be very clear that this is a great opportunity for us and that we need to continue to be active participating.
Not all colleges have that.
Yes, so College Assembly, Quinn Matson will be representing us in College Assembly. For Academic Council, Nandi Batuga will be representing us for there. For Facilities Planning and Investment Council, Senator Evan Sullivan Richgels will be representing us there. For Finance Council, Senator Larson will be representing us. Information Technology will be John McCray. And lastly, Student Affairs Council will be represented by Ari Nichols. I will let you all know that for shared governance councils, your names have already been passed along to Kim Brudney, who oversees those processes, and you will be receiving information from here in the very near future. For the remainder of those positions, for those on your committees, so once I fix the committee thing, your VP will be in contact with you if they haven't been already to establish your time to meet. And for SAB, that will be established once Ellie.
So you'll have to catch up and get.
Yep.
Maybe. And then if you want to inform them on the governor, when we're gonna close off nomination.
Yep, so that's my next thing to bring up is that applications for communications coordinator and inclusion and belonging coordinator are still open. We will close those 1 week from today. So I'll be generous, 11:59 PM next Thursday, we will close those. The inclusion and belonging coordinator and communications coordinator are just basically additional responsibilities and are based solely upon an application process. So that will be determined by the executive council for who will fill those positions. For our Wisconsin student governor or Wisconsin student government governor position, those who represent us at WSG, we will take that via nomination, albeit there is an application out there as well because there has to be some vetting. So yes.
Those close in 1 week from now?
Yes, and they've been open for about 3.
Okay, and people need to be nominated in person?
No, just for WSG.
Just for WSG?
Yes, that is correct.
Well,
No,
I'm
I
a little
appreciate it.
confused. Because you have here that, the VP of Legislative Affairs is the default representative.
That changed last year with our, with the legislation that was passed. It was a change to the bylaw that came to it to be voted
Okay.
upon.
But why is that on here then?
That was how it was last year.
Okay.
So a lot of this is what I took last year to give y'all, just, instead of emailing you all the time, giving you something physical, which this is updated, more up to date in SharePoint. Yes,
Nominations for the governor.
we'll open that right now for the governor position. And again, some of y'all already filled out that application, so, yeah, we'll open the floor for
Now's
any.
the moment, and we're gonna open the floor for nominations for WSG governor. What that means is if you feel somebody is up for the task and you would like to see them run for it, go ahead and throw their name in the race right now. We're going to record it for the record and we'll run through a little bit after that. So with that being said, online or in person, does anybody want to nominate anyone? Senator Herzl, no, would you like to nominate?
Okay. I would like to nominate Furkan Sindar.
For Sinjar, okay. Are you writing this down? The vice board, you want me to write this?
What? It's online.
Okay.
Recording it. I got you.
Any other nominations?
Does anyone want to be nominated?
I do would like to be nominated.
All right, I will nominate VP Bradley Burke for WSG governor. Anyone else?
Very good.
Do you accept?
Yes, I accept.
You're right.
That's one of the caveat, you have to accept the nomination.
Yes.
Do you accept it?
Do you
Thank
accept?
you, and I accept.
Okay.
Has anyone else been nominated previously? No, don't recall. No.
No one has.
Anybody online?
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
I just want to make sure that everybody read the job description for
Yes.
WSG. Okay.
See, do you want to nominate?
No.
Well, I think that's a very interesting, focus you guys had, so I'd like to nominate you, Bethany, if that's okay. Would you accept the nomination?
Don't look at me.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got three?
Yep.
If you, sent,
And this will remain open until next GA meeting on the 21st. So like we just did with the VP of Team Development, we will close nominations that day. And I actually have to dig into what we wrote for the Constitution for as the time frame for the question and answer and the statement processes. I know Kai probably helped that out.
How do you get to the applications for the other one?
Sent it through email. I'll resend it after this meeting so everybody has access to those similar links.
Okay.
All right. For that, we will nominations are open, but we'll pick it up back next week. So
all right.
I yield so I can be done talking.
Okay, announcement, our next meeting will be on Thursday, August 21st, in the Health Building, 226 at 4:30 PM. Complete lesson number 8 in Bright Space course, please. After adjournment, stick around for discussion on lesson number 7 from Bright Space course. And I will,
Before adjournment, can I make a comment?
you sure can?
Today is Thursday, the work week, and Saturday. If you have not done Senate work during this week, please do some Senate work the next 2 days. If you have done Senate work, please make sure it's noted in the office hours log. Thank you all in advance for noting down your work. That's it.
Doing also.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's more for, I guess it's a question announcement. The FPIC, Eastern Campus meetings got changed.
I saw that. Yeah.
So they are now scheduled for August 22nd. So I don't know if I'm supposed to go to that meeting yet, or if the person who's taken over, Evan, could go to that meeting.
Evan, are you listening to this in the chat and you have anything for Senator Crowder?
Or we could potentially both go too.
Are you
So
open to
what
going
meeting were you
together, or-
referring to exactly, just out of curiosity?
So it's, they've been visiting all of the campuses over the summer. So these are the last 2 campuses, the Fort Atkinson one and the Watertown one, and they are planning to meet at 8 a.m. and anticipate returning, actually, I can't go. Now that I look at my schedule, at 2:30 that day.
Well, that solves that. Evan, you're gonna be writing that down, attending that for us, please.
And what day was that? Can you just repeat one more time?
It's on a, yes, it's
August-
Friday, August 22nd. And I'll see if I
Okay.
can forward this invite to you.
Sure, sure. I would really appreciate that.
Yeah, because I could go to your original date, but then they changed it. There wasn't enough people available to go, and that's the same day as Rise Fest for Madison College, and I'm supposed to be working that.
Yeah, maybe Evan, you can coordinate with Senator Crowder, just get a quick little rundown, send an email, and she can just remind you of commitments that you have there. So if they can.
Just a quick question before we adjourn. Is there anybody, what's student media board? What's that all about? Are we voting on that?
No, so you have more info on that?
Yeah, so student media board,
Well, I understand what it is. I'm asking, has anyone pledged to it yet?
not that I know of.
Okay, is there a way I could pledge to that?
Let's talk afterwards on this because no information was provided
It's
to
not
us.
a board though. It's basically an interview panel.
Correct.
At least that's what it's been in the past.
Correct, and that has kind of changed. The reason we kept it on there is because it was asked for us to have it
All right.
as a notice because, Doug Kirkberg, who runs
Yeah.
Clarion,
Yep.
will ask for one or two people who'd like to sit on that for the hiring of the new editor.
Okay.
So that is the reason we have it, so.
Yeah, in the event that the BSD had to do that.
Yeah, so no, we can talk about that more, just we kept that off because no other information was ever provided to us until,
And they've already hired for this year, so it would be in the springtime.
correct. Okay, so we keep it there as a placeholder for notice of that.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I'll keep you and I talk about it.
Sure.
That.
Quick reminder, if anyone is looking at this sheet, once again, the people who are listed under team
I
development.
already changed it.
Oh, you changed the one on that they have online.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I moved quick on so much. I forgot.
I feel like everyone in pretty.
I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
What if for future we see it beneficial to create new committee for student body? Should we do a bill or legislative or what?
Oh, like a standing committee?
Yeah.
Or like a supplementary committee?
It's kind of supplementary.
That can be created, in communication with the executive team.
Yep.
The only reason you need to do a bill is if we're going to modify or add a standing committee, that's the required. But if you wanted to create a committee, much like textbook portability or public safety, if you want to create that, we can definitely work to create that in-house.
Okay.
Just get a
Thank you.
mission,
Thank
put a
you.
mission statement together and then approach it.
Yeah.
You know.
Good to go.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for your comment.
Any other questions, comments, concerns before I entertain a motion for adjournment? In person or online? Oh, we just got something really big here.
Oh, no, I was just,
That was
I'm
you.
sorry. I meant to send that to Evan. I put it in that regular chat.
All
Sorry.
right. Well, thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Appreciate everyone for coming in. I'm gonna entertain a motion for adjournment. Vice President, Quetzal. Motion for adjournment. Vice President Quinn Masson.
Yeah. Yes, I second
Been
that.
a long day.
Yeah.
Any opposed, any discussion? Any online? Unanimous decision here, nothing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Meeting is adjourned. 6:10 p.m. Good job. everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.